Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't done a proper video review in about 2 months now. Actually, I think it's been about 3 months because the last videos I did were the vlogs in Oman. And I have been posting like mini videos of reviews and reels and stuff like that, but I haven't done a proper video in ages. Today I'm introducing you to a new brand which is based in London. And also they have like limited edition fragrances in their collection only. So that means that there's a limit on how much they produce of these fragrances. So this brand only has 3 fragrances in their collection. So the name of the brand is Vallense, and Vallense have a very unique production method. I find particularly interesting about this brand is that they're very open to trying new things and discovering new scents, discovering new techniques. Like the other day on Instagram, I was watching a reel where one of the founders, William, he was basically extracting the smell of rain from mud. And then before that, I also saw a reel where they were trying to extract the smell of a croissant. So they're very adventurous in the way they like explore new scents and they definitely try new things. They actually have a lab on a boat in King's Cross in North London and they are happy to show you guys around. So if you get in touch with them via Instagram and tell them you want to visit them in their lab on their boat, they're more than happy to welcome you. And I definitely want to do that as well at some point this year. And when I am there, I will try to do a vlog to show you guys around because they have like these machineries and stuff which are different to the normal machinery you would see in a normal factory for like extracting and distilling. So it's definitely worth seeing. And also Perfume Walks London did a tour a while ago. I don't know if they have plans to like do another tour for Valence, but it's definitely worth checking it out and checking in with Olga, who is the founder of Perfume Walks London, and just checking if she's got like a tour on for this brand. It's definitely worth like going in a group and you'll be able to network with other like-minded individuals too. So this brand also does everything themselves from start to finish, and at the end they also hand paint each bottle. So you will see on each bottle the design is not exactly the same because obviously if you're hand painting bottles, the stroke of the brush is going to be different on every bottle, although it'll be in the same direction, but it will be slightly different. They are a very hands-on brand. I did ask them loads of questions in preparation for this review, and William actually gave me a lot of information about the brand, which was so good to read. I'm not going to tell you everything in this video, I'm just going to tell you some of it. So the journey of their fragrances can take anything between 1 to 3 years depending on the complexity. As I said at the start, they only create in limited quantities, so these fragrances, these 3 are definitely pretty exclusive. So the name of the brand Valence is basically trying to represent the journey of a fragrance as an art linked to emotions and memories. Each of the fragrance basically tries to take you through a story, through an emotion, or through a memory. And we're going to start off with the fragrance called Sun. So these are the samples I've actually got, which again was sent to me by Perfume Walks London, so thank you for that, Olga. This one I've actually finished all of it whilst I was reviewing it, and I think there's a bit left in the other 2, but Sun I like completely finished whilst I was doing this review. The other thing to note is that these samples don't actually have the names on them, only the card holders do. So if you like put them all together, you wouldn't know which one was which until you smell it, but they are very different, all 3 of them. They are very distinctive, so you would be able to tell which one's which by smelling it and then reading the description as well. So I'm going to tell you about Sun first. So Sun opens super fresh with lemon, ginger, and it's a super refreshing combination, as the name suggests. As you can expect, this is a summer fragrance because it's so refreshing. It could be unisex, maybe more masculine leaning for some, but when it starts to dry down, it becomes like a beautiful ylang ylang and tuberose combination with hints of jasmine and a smooth base of vanilla, which isn't actually vanilla. It's something called holy grass, which comes across vanilla-like. And that's the thing that they've used in all 3 fragrances. In the base they've used holy grass, which comes across like a vanilla-like scent. And that's why all 3 of them have like this smoothness in them. So although the opening can feel quite masculine to some, when it starts to dry down, some might start to think that it's more feminine because of the ylang ylang and the tuberose vanilla-like combination. But it actually has some ambery aspects to it as well, which makes it unisex in my opinion. Again, it entirely depends on your choices. In terms of projection, it projects for like 2 hours on average and lasts about 8 to 9 hours on my skin, which is great. This is definitely like a happy, summery, sunny scent in my opinion. and one that can put you in a bright yet relaxing mood, if that makes sense. I think it's a beautiful creation. It opens a fresh and then it dries down to like a floral ambery combination. The next one we have got is Sauce. So Sauce is a mysterious fragrance and quite opposite to Sun actually. So Sauce opens with mandarin and black pepper, but I do like that the black pepper isn't overpowering because I don't like too much black pepper. It's quite finely blended, and I also get some cypriol and some smokiness in the opening. This one definitely feels quite masculine to me in the opening, and I think it's that mysterious vibe that you get from the fragrance that makes it a little bit masculine. The brand also says that they've used like a praline accord which pops up quite randomly, but yes, I can definitely sense that from the opening. The scent then starts to smoothen out as that holy grass starts to kick in, and you also start to get a perfect balance of rose and what feels like oud as well, with hints of smokiness which comes from the frankincense. So we're not talking like oud satin mood here because the holy grass comes across vanilla-ish. Because holy grass also has like a greenish vibe to it. So it's not just like, it's not sweet vanilla, if that makes sense. It's like a greenish vanilla. So in that sense, this fragrance is very unique, especially because you have those hints of frankincense in it too. So overall, in the dry down, this is more of a oriental style, rose oud, amber, smoky, green, smooth scent. In my opinion, this is a very unique creation, but it is more masculine leaning in my opinion. And it's a perfect man scent for like a evening black tie event. And finally, we have Spirit. So Spirit is probably the strongest fragrance out of the three. It opens with florals, some fruity notes, but it's also quite green. There's also mint in this, which gives it like a refreshing touch, and cedar to give it that woody effect. This is definitely more of an outdoor type of scent, as if you're really connecting with nature. Like imagine yourself being in the woods. That's the type of smell that you get from this. Usually fragrances like this have like an element of incense to it as well to give it that smoky, outdoorsy feeling of being in the woods. But this one doesn't, so it doesn't feel like a typical outdoorsy scent. In fact, it feels like Vallense have picked up a particular woody area of the English countryside in winter and literally put it into a bottle. It feels like a very natural air smell, if that makes sense. So the dry down of Spirit is woody, and I also feel like I get some labdanum on my skin. It is quite strong initially, so it has a lot of projection, and it's long lasting as well. The most long lasting out of the three, in my personal opinion. So those are the three fragrances that we have today from the House of Vallense. They are very interestingly created fragrances, and they have very interesting smells. They've used a very interesting combination of notes in this as well. It makes each fragrance unique. And I like that they've used one common note in all three of them. So although you get that smoothness in it from the Holy Cross, all three of them are different. As I said at the start, the thing that stands out for me the most with this brand is that they are not afraid to try new things. They're always experimenting and exploring new scents, which makes them very, very interesting in my opinion. And I do recommend you to visit their lab in London, and I will also try to do that at some point this year. So I hope you found this video interesting actually, because I've introduced a new brand to you. I did actually exhibit at Exance the other week, and that's where a lot of people found out about this brand. You've probably seen them on like social media and stuff already. If you do have any questions, then you can let me know in the comments box below. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.